Browns and the Falcons. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction, one of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3.
Forward.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. Now, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action, now Mahomes. And that one going to come up short, low throw. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with the pick.
And a pick 6?
Down the right side.
Who is this?
And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Coup able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, he finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Newton. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. A try for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. There's Chris Olave. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the 29, Mahomes.
Intercepted again.
He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Humphries. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
2nd and goal from the 1. And again, it's Ingram. And he will find his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Coup now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns set to take over. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, Mahomes. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes finds his tight end Ingram, and he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They're going to get 15 more on top of this. So now
looks like showing something.
1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jacobs going to try the middle. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get the 1st first here as he's taken down at the 25. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Now Newton on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. 20.
Come on, Aaron Donald.
And this is going to be brought
Touchdown.
back. It's a scoop and score for Falcon TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder sit up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
A 1st down carry for Davis, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin across the Atlantic in London, Minnesota, and New Orleans in the first of 5 games in this year's NFL International Series, where it was the Vikings acting as the visiting team who were able to come out on top. Deebo Samuel, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Elijah Mitchell with both of their touchdowns thus far as he scored twice on the ground. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Now a first down throw for Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Newton on first down. And complete right side to Cook. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Throwing is Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
It's fancy.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss running left. This is Davis. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st and 10, Newton. Man open, here is Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton, that'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So he's been on the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
Okay.
Luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Back now here on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's got room. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Davis, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton going to keep it himself. And he stopped immediately there. Again, Newton to keep it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Browns getting set to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throws this one right side to Pascal. From the 29, Mahomes. He completes it to Olave. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, Mahomes. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And again, it's Mahomes. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And Pascal's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays up.
And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Jalen Guyton from 4 yards out. And the Browns are flying into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. A 4th quarter touchdown there. Back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Inside give to Davis. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. This one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
I certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Mahomes will throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Mahomes to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Got his his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Mahomes throw on target to Godwin here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Mahomes. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. And now we've got a one-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing with it.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach
Starting
goes
at
over to the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.